Turn our attentions to the main event. Obviously, first time for nearly 7 years on terrestrial TV. British heavyweight title fight. Hughie is challenging for it. Some boxers, very easy to train. Some boxers really don't like training. You've been back in camp, I would have thought, pretty much straight after September. How's camp been with you? Is he good to train, or is he a difficult trainer? How is he?
No, he's, I have to say, he's a real professional. He just gets his head down and just does it. So, we've actually been, I think he started his camp 10 weeks ago. I came into camp 8 weeks ago. So, he's kept himself in shape after the Parker fight. And he just ticked over, you know. Heavyweights, you can't train from September to now. He'd be a super middleweight. But, you know, he's very, very good to work with. There's no problem whatsoever, and he just does everything that he's told to do. So he knows what he's got to do. And, you know, to be a champion, not only to be a champion, but somebody of his age, he needs to understand that anybody can win. Well, not anybody, but it's not just winning world titles. It's representing your sport and being able to keep hold of them titles. And to do that, you've got to have the right mindset. You've got to have pure dedication, and you've got to really enjoy your job, what you do. So he's dedicated. There's no problems with him.
So we're just looking back to September, Peter. Obviously that was Hughie's first defeat on his professional career. How do you pick him up from that? How does he bounce back from that?
I don't think it's a case of picking up. I think it's a case of he was very disappointed in the fact that we spoke. We actually never spoke. We spoke about a week later. And we sat down and he said, the only thing I'm disappointed with, he said, you know, I'd rather have Parker would have really won. He said that the better man wins. He said, but I didn't feel that way. He said, I definitely thought I'd done enough to win it. So he said, I've got a bit of taste with that, with the decision. You know, and I got to agree, you know, I thought the same because we're ringside looking at it, you know, and, you know, all the pundits around the ringside, you know, we had the Ring magazine, you know, even Deontay Wilder said he won it, you know, it was just a bizarre set of circumstances. But moving on from that, it's done him a favour because he could have done more, and, you know, and people's right when you say when you're fighting for a title, you've got to go and take it. And, you know, he learns now, you just can't rely on judges, so you've got to be, so he needs to add more to his game. I'm looking forward to this fight, more so than any other fight, really, because Sam brings certain things to the table which is going to test you. You know, he's had a great camp, and he's a good boxer as well, and he moves. So it's a good test for you as well, and we're looking forward to seeing the improvements. So it's not like a gimme fight. So this is it's a proper British title fight. We're very happy with it, and I'm looking forward to seeing a good fight, to be honest. So I think that's where it's at. But getting back to the Parker fight, it's one of them.
This comeback fight, Peter, after Hughie's world title challenge, obviously, as Mick said, it's been offered to quite a number of opponents, and everyone seems to want to swerve Hughie. They want to duck him. They want to give you an excuse not to fight him. Why do you think that is, and what excuses are they giving to swerve him?
Well, you've only got to listen to Parker's team, what they said themselves. You know, they didn't want the fight. They had to take it because he was a mandatory challenger. You know, it's all right people talking over the internet and on Twitters, but the reality is nobody wants to fight him, and that's the thing today. You know, you've either got fighters that's climbing up, winning big fights, that's not ready yet, not earned it, or you've got people that's got world titles and they're thinking to themselves, hang on a minute, unless, you know, you've got to be forced. The only time a world champion's going to look up and say to you, let's have the fight, is a gimme fight, where you're an opponent. You know, why are they going to take it? So you've got to earn your stripes. So he's on the climb back, and you know, that's what we're doing. But for 23 years of age, you know, let's not forget as well, this is a young heavyweight, 6'6", yeah, you know, 26 onwards, that's his maturity date. You know, so he's well ahead of his years already. You know, he took Parker's best shots. You know, he showed he can do the 12 rounds. doesn't blow up under the occasion. You know, I can tell you now, he gets hit a lot in sparring. You know, it's part of course for him. You know, it is water off a windshield, so he's a tough kid. So basically, he ticks a lot of the boxes. So all as he can do is just be dedicated and improve as time goes on and as the fights go on. And we want him in good fights. We don't want easy fights. We're not interested in a PR job. We're not interested in that. We want him to be, when he does get there, to be a worthy world champion.
Just on that one, Peter, it was, if you cast your mind back now, it was Wembley Arena, March 2016. We was on a press conference there. You very confidently said Hughie will be challenging for a world title before the end of 2017. And in September 2017, you delivered that world title challenge as well. Right here where we are today, May 2018. Have you any predictions for us? What's going to be happening for Hughie in the foreseeable?
Well, we just take every fight at a time, you know. We're not like Mick said. We're not looking past this fight. This is a serious fight for Hughie. So we'll have a look and see where it goes. But I'm not interested in wasting time, you know. Like I said, I believe he's already a world champion anyway. So like I said, our job is to get him back up there as soon as possible, regardless of age, regardless of anything. You know, he'll be back up there if politics don't get in the way, i.e., but they won't get in the way because whatever happens, we'll go through walls if we have to do. So he will get back there one way or another. So he'll be fighting for a world. He should be mandatory by the end of this year. That's on the cards for Hughie.
And if I can finally ask you, on a scale of 1 to 100, how happy you are with progress and where you are with Hughie going into this fight, where would you put it on a scale of 1 to 100?
110.
I think it's, I'm just looking forward to the things he's progressed with, the stuff he's been working on, and I want to see that, and I want to see under the lights. So, you know, let's see. But I'm happy with him, and his relaxed demeanour, you know, the relaxedness of him, and he's hitting with a lot of, he's hitting with power as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. You know, he's not, people underestimate and think he can't hit, but, you know, I can assure you he can.
And now, if we can bring in the champions trainer, sat on the far right of our top table. Yeah. Afternoon, Graham Everett. Yeah. And Graham, same question to you, what we finished with Peter, really, on a scale of 1 to 100. How happy are you with Sam's progress, his camp, and where he is going into Saturday night?
To be honest, we're as happy as we can be. Everything we could do, we've done. He's in the shape of his life, mentally and physically. And that's really where it is. He's in a really good place.
What do you make of his opponent on Saturday night, Graham?
World class, should be a world champion. It's the fight. Sam is at that age where he needs to take a chance, move on, get in the big time. We won that British title. This was the best fight on offer. Thanks to Mick for the offer there. But it's the fight that will progress him. You know, he doesn't want any internet champions or novices. He wants a fight, a meaningful fight, and we've got one.
And you've been with Sam for over 20 years now. Sam's 33 years old.
Yep.
Has Sam peaked? Has he still to peak, or is he at his peak?
I would say he's probably at his peak. Certainly his mind is a lot better than a few years back. He seems to be trouble-free. You know, mentally, he seems in a happy place, and I think that's probably made him what he is. It's helped make him a champion as well.
And how do you prepare your man as a champion, going here in the Northwest, which is pretty much Hughie's backyard, as the underdog as well?
Listen, Sam's been the underdog on many occasions. I think he quite likes that. He's not worried about, there's no pressure on him. According to the bookies, he's a massive underdog, so that's a two-horse race, and they're two very good fighters. They're going to lock horns on Saturday, and it's a very, very good fight. And we've got the best Sam Sexton turning up. That's as simple as that. And I know Hughie and his team will have done everything they can do. So that's what makes it a good fight. It is a good fight between two good heavyweights, and it's well worthy of a British title and more.
We're all looking forward to it anyway. First time on terrestrial TV for nearly 7 years. And now we move on to our two men who will be in the ring together come Saturday night. Hughie, if we can start with you, please. Just over 48 hours away now, 2 days away from fight night. How are you feeling? Calm, nervous, any tension kicking in, confident? How's the mood?
I'm excited, full of energy, and I'm definitely just excited to get back in the ring. And I'm just looking forward to it more than anything, putting on a show, showing the world that I am world-class fighter.
23 years old, fighting a man at 33 years old. Many might say a lot more experience. Does that matter to you at all?
It doesn't matter to me at all. Listen, when I was 15, 14-year-old, my dad put me in with grown men, probably trying to take beatings, trying to take my head off. So that to me, age is just a number, and it doesn't mean nothing. So it's a fight. You've got two men in there, both got hands, you both got legs, so it doesn't really matter.
You've been quoted recently as saying that your career hasn't taken a backward step since the Parker fight in September, and you are the uncrowned champion.
Yeah, listen, what it is, I'm not dwelling on the past, I'm not going back to the past. Thinking positive now and moving forward. That's my aim now. All over Christmas I stayed in the training, kept on it, just working on the mistakes, what I'd never done, what I was disappointed in myself, what I'd never done in that fight. And you're going to see a big difference because, listen, great champions do lose. And I believe everything does happen for a reason. And losing that fight has made me hungry and a different man completely. Yeah, and I can't wait for this fight and onwards and upwards. Yeah, not underestimating Sam. Yeah, it's going to be a great fight and it's going to be fireworks. But I'm looking forward to the future now, thinking positive, not dwelling on the past. That's it. What happened there is done, dusted. Move on to the future.
Hughie, I know you always talk respectfully, and it was obviously Sam's win in October. That was his third attempt at the British heavyweight title, which he won against Gary Cunish. And what do you make of your opponent on Saturday night? He's Southern area, he's a Commonwealth and a prize fighter heavyweight champion, and he's 24 wins from 27 fights. And to be fair, the 3 defeats, 2 to Derek Chisora, 1 to David Price. What do you make of your opponent on Saturday?
He's a good fighter. He's in there, he's willing to win, and he fights with his heart. So really you can't take nothing away from him. Yeah, so he's coming here to win. And I'm looking forward to these type of fights. This is what I'm in for. So I want world-class fights coming up after this. So I respect Sam Sexton jumping in the ring. Like I said, not many fighters would fight me. So from this, yeah, Sam Sexton, Saturday night, it's going to be an exciting fight.
And obviously your own health issues over the past couple of years, that's all obviously in the past now. So on that scale of a 1 to 100, you just said 110, that's how good you feel, is it?
Like I said to you, I'm not dwelling on the past. I've had a dark past and it's been horrible. But like I say, thinking positive now, the best I've ever felt in my life. Yeah, my body's improving 100%. I've never felt like this before. So you're going to see a different Hughie Fury, and I'm not just saying it this time, it's going to be great. And I just can't wait now, step by step, and enjoy it. Like my dad said, this sport is about enjoying it. And this is what I'm going to do. Each fight now, I'm going to take them all and I'm going to enjoy these fights.
Final question, Hughie, and I've got to ask it as well. A prediction for Saturday?
Listen, I don't predict anything. At the end of the day, I believe in my power, I believe in my strength, I believe in my skills. What's going to happen is going to happen. May the best man win.
Thanks, Hughie. We'll move on now to the man who you're going to face on Saturday evening, the reigning defending British heavyweight champion. Saturday making the first defence of his title, Sam Sexton. Afternoon.
Afternoon. I thought I was feeling a bit left out then for a bit.
We had to come out to you last of all,
waiting
mate.
to speak.
You're the champion. We had to come to you last. You'll get the final word as the champion. Sam, how are you feeling ahead of Saturday?
Tip top, mate. 100%. You know, physically, mentally, I just felt so relaxed and calm. You know, I had the same conversation with my dad yesterday. Actually, he said, "Sam, you're always really chilled out. You never wound up." I said, "What's the point?" You know, I work better when I'm relaxed, and you know, and that's just the way it is. I'm relaxed. If I get angry, I make mistakes. No room for mistakes anymore.
This coming Saturday night is going to be your first appearance live on terrestrial TV. You will be announced as the reigning and defending British heavyweight champion. in front of millions of viewers. You must be very proud.
Yeah, definitely fantastic. I mean, we should have been here a long time ago, I think, you know, and if things would have gone the way that we wanted them to go, then, you know, we would have been probably a lot further ahead than what we are now. But, you know, such is life. Things happen, you've got no control over. But we're here now, and this is a big fight, you know, and this is going to get me where I want to be.
You've publicly said as well, looking back to September, that you thought that Hughie beat Parker and should be world champion now. Maybe just a couple of thoughts on how you've prepared to challenge your challenger, who you say is at world level.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I thought he'd done enough to win the fight, and as Hugh and his team thinks as well, he's an uncrowned world champion. So if that's the case, you know, a win for me. Why not give me the same shot? Why not put me in the same position?
The British title was that you won at the third attempt as well. There was 2 defeats to Derek Chisora and then David Price as well. How's things changed since last October? Your own mindset, are you more confident? Your different level of attitude or your desire? How's things been since last October?
Yeah, it's just there's no drama in my life. You know, from a young age, I've had a lot of drama in my life. There's been a lot of, you know, how do you say, crap times. You know, a lot of stress, and I've just been able to turn all that negativity, all that stress and anger, and turn it on its head, recycle the pain, as they say, you know, and just push forward and use it as a positive. And now my mind is so much more clearer. I think it comes with age as well. You know, you mellow out a little bit when you get older. Yeah, I'm in a good place. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
And as far as your preparation goes as well, it's involved a hypnotist. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so much a hypnotist. He's called Boxnosis. Matthew Robinson. It's just a way of staying relaxed. Like I said, you know, we've taken all the pain and the anger and stuff from the past in my personal life, you know, my home life and stuff, and we just turn it on its head and we refuse to see that now as a negativity, and we're just using it as a positive thing.
And advantages or maybe disadvantages of fighting a boxer 10 years your junior, and obviously in his home backyard as well here in the Northwest.
Yeah, it's just a number, really, isn't it? You know what I mean? I mean, I've been a pro now for 13 years. So the way I see it is, what was I doing at 23? What different techniques, you know, was I using and stuff like that? So I can kind of relate. I know everybody's different, but I just feel like I've got the experience. And
the bookies, they have Hughie as the favourite, as the challenger, as the favourite. How do you feel about that? Does it make you desire more to win, or how do you feel about going in underdog?
Just picks me up even more. I know it sounds strange. I love being an underdog. There's no pressure there, is there? There's no pressure on me to perform or do anything really, apart from what I do. You know, all the pressure, you know, is on the other team, and that's the way it is. And then a couple of final ones for you. You maybe are looking beyond Saturday as well, because you've said that your aspirations for the next sort of 12, 18 months are to get a world title shot. Yeah, I mean, if like I said, we don't know past fights. All my focus has been on this, you know, on Saturday night, and that's the way it is as well. But like I said, if he's in the position that he's in, and I beat Hughie Fury, then why not stick me in the same space? You know, give me the same opportunities that is coming his way. And then finally, we asked Hughie about a prediction. Sam, we get you to stick your neck out for a prediction for Saturday. There you go again. I'm the same. I don't give predictions. I'm just confident in what I can do and what I'm going to do.